What's going on, my people? I think it's important to understand that, everybody says, I want to be successful. Everybody says, I want to be a millionaire. Everybody says, I want to make a lot of money. I want to do this. I want to do that. But nothing's going to change unless you change it, right? I think a lot of people say what they want, but nobody wants to put in the work to make it happen. I think a lot of people say what they want, but they think that it just happens. They kind of look at life like the lottery. Like one day I'm just gonna be rich. You know how many people tell me all the time, I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna do this. You're competing with every other person all around the world. So you might think I'm just competing with the people in my state or in my country. You're competing with everyone around the world wants to be the richest they can be. But there are only so many dollars available in the world. So there's only a certain amount of money available. So everybody can't be a millionaire. So if you don't put in the work to be the millionaire, somebody else is going to take that from you. And you're going to be left with the amount of money that's not a millionaire or not where you want to be. It's like, it's interesting because it's almost like this. It's like, let's say if you go to the grocery store, right? I'm thinking about this right now in real time. Let's say if you go to the grocery store and you want to buy orange juice. And at the grocery store, they have 100 bottles of orange juice. And there are 10,000 people that want orange juice from that grocery store. And you're one of the 10,000. But you say, yeah, I want orange juice, but I'm kind of tired today. I'll get it tomorrow. Or I'll get it the next day. I'm kind of tired. My kids, they kind of made me tired. I worked all day. I really don't want to do it. The orange juice will be there. I know I want orange juice, and I promise you, I bet you I'm going to get orange juice one day. That's how people talk to you about getting rich. I bet you I'll be rich one day. I bet you I'll be successful. So it's like if somebody says, I bet you I'll get orange juice one day, but I'm not going to go and work on it. I'm not going to work towards that orange juice today. It'll be there. It'll be there. I promise you I'll get that orange juice one day. It'll be there. And there are only 100 bottles of orange juice in that grocery store. But you pushed it off. And you pushed it off. And then you didn't go that day that you knew you wanted orange juice. You waited until that, 4 days later or the next week. And then when you went, all the orange juice was gone. You were able to buy some other type of juice, maybe some soda or something like that. But see, the orange juice represents the millionaires. The soda represents somebody who makes, $60,000 a year or $80,000 a year, which is fine, but it's not the millionaire that you want it to be. There's only a certain amount of money available in the world. Everybody's going after that pot of money. There's only a pot of money in the world. There's a certain pot of money. Everybody in the world is going after that same pot of money. So when you have individuals like Jeff Bezos of Amazon, Elon Musk, and things like that, Bill Gates, when you have individuals who are billionaires, they're taking out a huge chunk out of that pot of money for the world. So that means there's even less left in that pot of money now. Now you have your individuals who are your multi-millionaires. They're worth 500 million or 300 million or 100 million or 60 million, right? You have those individuals. They're taking money out of that pot also. Then you have the individuals who are like, they're worth 3 million or 1 million or 5 million. They're taking money out of that same pot. So when you see so many people, not only in your state or your country or your city, but worldwide, you see so many people. Look, if you go to the United States and you say, who here wants to be a millionaire? Everybody's going to raise their hand. So all those people in the U.S., what's that? 300 something million people. If you go to, Europe, if you go to Asia, if you go to India, if you go to Australia, if you go to England, wherever you go, Canada, Alaska, and you say, hey, you want to be a millionaire one day? Everybody's going to be like, yeah, I want to make a lot of money one day. But everybody can't be that because there's only a finite amount of money in the world that's available. And the billionaires have already took a whole bunch out of that pot of money that's available to the world. So if you don't get your act together and really go after it, you're going to miss out. There's not going to be enough money left in that pot for you to be rich. That's why you have so many people all over the world that say they want to be rich, but they never will be. You don't think that your parents, when they were young, were like, when they were little kids, were like, I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to be rich one day. And most of you all, look at your parents. They never were rich. They were saying the same things that you were saying when you were younger. Your parents, when they were kids, were like, I'm going to have a nice car one day. I'm going to have a big house. I'm going to live in a mansion. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be that. Your parents, your grandparents, everybody said the same thing. And it barely happens to people. Most people, they're born, they grow up, they get a regular job, they retire, they die. They're never wealthy or never rich. But they all had the same dreams and aspirations when they were young. And you'll be in the same pot. You're going to say all this shit. You're going to talk all this big talk and all this and all that. And you're going to get older. You're going to get a job. You're going to go through it. You're going to keep saying, I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to be rich one day. And you're going to end up dying. Have a good day or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Take care, you all. Bye-bye. Peace.